Previously on Star Wars: Darkest Dawn. The Rebel Alliance has taken notice of the crew's skills, but before offering them greater trust and resources, they must prove their worth. Their task: intercept an Imperial data courier and retrieve vital intelligence on a secret Imperial supply route. The data would reveal an unsecured supply route used by the Empire to ferry resources to Outer Rim strongholds. If successful, the rebels will be able to launch coordinated raids and siphon resources, striking a major blow against Imperial logistics in the Outer Rim. Their contact, Centril Pragon, a young rebel saboteur, had been tasked by the Rebel Alliance to see if the team will make good Rebel Alliance members. The meeting in question took place on Lamuir 4 in the Free Worlds region of the Tapani sector. The team would then learn that they needed to sneak into the Fondor shipyards, a major Imperial space station, and currently constructing a massive new Star Destroyer. Our heroes were able to bluff their way onto the ship with forged infodocs, and using the phony ISB cover story, and make a hasty retreat before being discovered as spies.
There. Okay. So that was the person who followed not too long ago. Kasu Kitty, aka one of Mike's little childs, is actually watching, and she's here to root specifically for Montan. So Montan has a cheering section tonight.
By little, you mean 20.
Well, I mean, I still call Colin little. He's 20, in the 20s.
Mike has his own peanut gallery.
They just asked me on text. They're like, "Is it okay if I say I'm your kid?" I'm like, "They know."
Oh yeah, no, it's totally fine.
Yeah, cat's out of the bag.
Literally, she's Kasu Kitty out of the bag. But anyways,
Yeah.
All right. So that being said, of course, we already had the intro. I managed to get that done as we were getting game going and whatnot. So we are ready to rock. So what? Yeah. So what? Yeah. So I dropped a few hints, obviously, in our Discord channel, just to get some of it out of the way because there's lots of pictures and stuff that I want to make sure that I got out of the way instead of trying to stop in the midst of game and doing that. So it is literally. Well, we'll say it's been 2 days from the events of the Fondor Systems sneak attack that you guys snuck in, absconded with information, and snuck back out. And Dale is giving a reroll to Mike. So make sure to write that bad boy down. Okay. So Drade, as you well, this obviously you guys are all at your apartment slash multi-room condo,
Right.
on Pelagon. Your comms start going off. That is tied to like your data pad and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
And it is flashing that there is an emergency and you need to scramble immediately.
All right. Is this coming? Can I tell where the message is coming from? Who's sending it?
It's the typical channel that you get summoned through from Lord
Tarnar. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Then he'll bring up his comm link and be like, all right, everybody. We need to scramble. Lord Tarnar actually needs us for something right away. Maybe at the station so we can get to the ship ASAP. And then he heads for the station where they can fly off to the ship.
Okay. Jarrus, you also get a similar alert that is sent to you, an emergency alert, and it specifically instructs you to get your ship as well.
Okay. We'll go get that out of storage. It's been a while since I've flown it.
So when you guys meet the basically meet the crew that's going to basically put you up on the landing pad, I should say, and shuttle you back up to the orbiting space station where your ships are being kept. You so Drade, you're so as the captain of the group or the leader essentially. The details are being given to you in flight as you were going.
Okay.
One of the guards slash staff that Lord Tornar uses mid-flight hands you a box, and it's a medium-sized box. That is it's metal and sealed, but the metal itself is lightweight. Still, the box itself is fairly heavy. It does have a coded lock on it. The lock is, as explained, is coded specifically to your fingerprint. So only you will be able to open this, short of somebody prying it open or slicing, the lock somehow electronically, so on and so forth. So
Okay.
he tells you in the message specifically, it's basically it's a self-deleting recorded message that indicates to you that Fulcrum has asked us to assist with an emergency. There is a crisis on Zyphor Prime. He says spies within the Empire have leaked intel to Fulcrum that a small waypoint called Zyphor Prime near Kinyan, which is a system that is off of the Corellian trade spine, that it is under threat of Imperial attack. The belief that they're operating on right now is that the Empire is since it's not a huge city and it's the only port or city of any kind on this small planet, the Empire is going to seize. They're either going to kill or seize everybody there. The belief is that it's a rebel hideout of some kind. And they are after what has recently happened, they think that they're wanting to try and get intel from somebody, which is why they're trying to round everybody up.
Got it.
What he does explain in the message is the hub really is only there for food and agricultural supplies, because that's what Kinyan and the race of, I think they're called Gran. And if you look up Gran, the alien race, they're humanoid looking, but they have that kind of reptilian face with like 3 eyeballs.
Okay.
And ears that kind of seemingly like jut like straight out or whatnot. They actually first appear in the first Star Wars movie, A New Hope, and they've since shown up in the background like ever since. So,
Gotcha.
anyways, they're a peace-loving race, so they don't really involve themselves in galactic politics, really. So that's why they're known for food and agricultural supplies. And that particular hub is, for lack of a better term, think of it like a really busy truck stop.
Okay.
People can stop there and typically get what they need rather than fly all the way back out towards Kinyan, which is further off of the route, and then continue on. So it's actually faster for them to do that, so they can get in and get out, unless they have like really big loads or something super specific.
Okay.
He tells you that his belief is that rebels may have laid low there, since it's kind of a non-entity for the most part, and there's nothing of import, like intelligence wise, there's nothing you can get there. Like the Empire doesn't have a garrison there. There's nothing of that nature. So it was just kind of a waypoint for people to lay low before they're zipping back on again. And he believes that some wires may have got crossed or something, and Empire believes this is more of a threat than it really is.
Got it. So
So Fulcrum, having picked up on that, has scrambled as many ships as they can to try and get people off world. The rebel resources as of this point are minimal in this area, and they don't have fighter support to send in.
Okay.
So what they have managed to do is they have obtained, and pictures and layouts of these are in the Discord chat. They have managed to liberate 3 INCOM people movers, and they managed to find someone to pilot the Grek troop shuttle.
Okay.
To help get Grek troop shuttle to help get people off of the planet. The problem that they're having is they don't know how much. They don't know. Well, there's actually several, because everybody's scrambling in an emergency. They don't know how fast the Empire is going to get there. They don't know if they got the information fast enough or where they're sending in reinforcements from. So obviously people have to get there as quickly as possible and scramble offward, which they've already started to do. Last check that there's about 200 citizens, and, residents in the area that need to be moved. The ships that they have that they're bringing in will account for about 110 of them. Meaning you guys it's up to your 2 ships to pack as many of the 90 as you can into your ships in the cargo hold and get them the heck out of there.
Right. Okay.
The package you have been given, you have special instructions from Lord Toronar that you are not to open it or do anything with it until you get planetside. And he is going to do everything he can to cover and confuse the Empire's cover and confuse your actions, like what that's doing there. And he does tell you that he managed to remotely purchase a couple of Gurtok freighters since they're not super expensive.
Sure.
And he has them operating random routes.
Okay.
To try and give you guys a bit of a cover, a show game, so that way it's not super obvious. And even if they start looking for that one and they start, cracking down on all of them, it's still going to be kind of hard to figure out which one's which, and hopefully to try and confuse the route.
Okay.
He doesn't know what's happening with the other vessels. He's assuming that they're probably all going to different directions. He tells you he's still working on coordinates for where to take these people and to drop them off. He says, but it's imperative that when you do pick them up and get them out, that you head to your destination immediately, get them off, hopefully get them safely offboarded or offloaded, and then get out and try to stay under the radar as best as possible.
Okay.
He tells you. He also tells you that when you get to the planet itself, because it's just like a trade location, has minimal defenses. That's the other part of the problem. He is anticipating, because he knows that they're going to try and collect people. They're bringing in ground forces.
Yeah.
So the other option here, depending upon how much time you're going to have, is arming the citizenry, finding some folks who can help maybe lay down cover fire while the women and children and less fortunate can possibly get out. He is going to try and bring in, if he can, bring in additional support, because obviously you still got to do something to accommodate the TIE fighters that are going to be in play. He also says that given the fact that the team is taking 2 ships, you may want to examine the skill set of everybody, because while you have 2 pilots, you are going to need a co-pilot on both ships. Right. Somebody's going to need to maybe man the guns and or shields. Likely the shields more than anything.
Got it.
Oh, and and he says he says he's hoping it doesn't come to this, but when you land and it looks like you're going to need it, and he said even he admits in the message that it's highly likely you're going to need it. You're going to want to take the box, open it, and connect it to the main communications center in the center of the port.
Okay.
And then pray to whatever force gods that you have that this pans out.
Got it. Okay. So then when we get to the ship, he's going to be explaining to everyone, including getting on comms with Jarrus, of course, assuming he's headed to his ship.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be like,
same destination, just different docking port.
Okay. And so he's like, all right, everybody, we've got a situation on Zyphor Prime. The Empire thinks it is a threat where rebels are hiding, but they're wrong. Yet, they're not going to care. They're going to go there and either kill or capture as many individuals there as possible because they're looking for rebel intelligence. So we're trying to stop them by securing the citizens. There's about 200 that we know of. There's going to be enough ships there, but by the time we get there, for about 110 to be taken. So, Jarrus, between your ship and the Blue Saber, we've got to cram as many of the remaining 90 into our ships as we can, get out of there, and at about that point in time, we should have information as far as where we're taking these folks. We get there, drop them off as rapidly as we can, and then go. Lord Tornar has given us some cover with regard to decoy ships, so it should be at least not terrible to at least get there and maneuver around space in the hyperspace lanes, but no guarantees there. And we're going to need to move fast. The first thing we need is to figure out who we're going to appropriate between our ships. Clearly, the captains and pilots of both ships are going to be there. So, Jarrus, you're in yours. I'm here in mine, the Blue Saber. Each of us is going to need a co-pilot. Who amongst us that we have right now has piloting skills besides Jarrus and myself?
Well, I do, and I've been working with you.
Okay. Along with that, who do we have who has any starship gunnery skills? Ashi, I know obviously you do, but anybody else?
Well, yeah, Dorn.
Mainly in capital, but
I mean, yeah, but you and
Uh,
I do the gunnery on the Blue Saber.
yeah, but I'll still be able to shoot a starship.
All right. Here's what we're doing then. As we're going to be getting in our ships here, we can transfer crew. So, Ashi, I'd like you to go with Jarrus on his ship. Dorn, you stay here. That way we've at least got gunners. I know that leaves me short a co-pilot, but I think I can manage it. Montan, I'm probably going to be needing you here compared to Jarrus needing you. Is that okay with you? You're muted.
If anything, not Jarrus's, Montan's droid could probably help out.
True. Okay. So, essentially, when we get there, we've got to get everybody on our ships as rapidly as we can. We also need to find ways of arming citizenry if we can. There may be some resistance because we don't know how long it's going to take for the Empire to get there.
Yeah. Depending on how many deployments of ground forces are there, if there are any pilots among the citizenry that are familiar with like piloting transports, they should be able to steal some of the Imperial transports, strand some of their ground forces.
Possible, but that's going to be tricky. I don't know the amount of training that these citizens have. It doesn't seem like they're all militarily trained necessarily. So right now,
Not militarily, but those things are literally just transports. I
sure, but
don't
they're going to be guarded by Imperial troops, likely, right? They wouldn't just abandon them, would they?
likely, yeah, but if they're basically going door to door with a giant squad, and there's like one entrance, I would probably put it at like minimal guards, given the fact that the streets are going to be flooded with stormtroopers.
Okay. Speaking of that, you have a lot of knowledge, probably more than the rest of us, on how the Empire runs their strategy, especially with ground forces. So once we get there and we're trying to pile citizens into our ships, Dorn, if you could find others within the citizenry that are still there who can mount defenses if needed, anybody there who seems to have training, I'd like you to lead them temporarily while we're getting everybody
I'll
in
find
cargo holds.
Yeah, I'll find anyone that can fire a blaster.
Excellent. Any questions, anybody?
Do we have something I can hook a generator? More specifically, my heavy repeating blaster up to a generator.
They might have something like that there. Don't know that for sure, but I myself have been given a package that I'm actually going to have to connect to the main comm center once we arrive on Zyphor Prime. So
Yeah.
that's going to be my main objective once we get there. Beyond that, we've got to make sure to defend them, save as many as we can. It's a
All right.
one-shot deal.
All right. Figure to ask, since if this turns into a firefight, I'm really going to need that thing.
Right. All right. Let's get this done. May the Force be with us.
Yes.
So
As
who is going with Jairus? Okay.
Ashi Jock, who can also double as mechanic.
All right.
Finally.
given that they're mounting a force to come to this planet, I would say expect at least maybe one or two Star Destroyer looking ships. They typically house TIE fighters.
Right. That makes sense. We're going to have to be ready. If we're lucky, we can get everybody out and be gone before they get there. But it's not a guarantee.
I am shutting
Everyone
off the
stay under
transponder.
controls.
You're shutting off what?
The transponder.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nobody's identifying us.
Okay.
Seems a reasonable precaution on our ship as well.
Alrighty. And Matt, you're going to want to update on your character sheet. This is the only update to your sheet. You don't have a ×2 hyperdrive. You have a ×1 hyperdrive.
Oh, nice.
Otherwise, the whole point of this particular game is kind of lost, as it takes you twice as long to show up.
Right.
Okay, so let us pull up our handy dandy pinned message here for route times. There we go. Okay, so the place in question is in the expansion region. You are going from the colonies to expansion. It's taking you a whole 72 hours.
Okay.
So 3 days, not bad.
Yep.
All right. So as you guys take flight, obviously there is not a whole lot to do or say. Your probably nerves are a little shot as you're going into this, knowing that you're going into the jaws of the Empire. Not sure if they're going to be there when you show, or if they're going to be showing up shortly after you arrive. You hit that. You end up hitting that main hyperspace route and blow on through. When you drop out of light speed, pardon me. You see the planet in question. Just a brown orb kind of floating out there in space with a little bit of white flecks here and there of the atmosphere. As it's mostly just a mountainous rock with a few bodies of water. And as you're coming in quickly on the descent, you are immediately hailed from planet side to because you've got your transponders off.
Sure.
So they have we'll start with you then, Dorn. They're hailing you, or not Dorn, sorry, Drade. They're hailing you, asking you intentions.
This is the Void Hounds. We've been sent to assist with the evacuation of the citizenry there. Where'd you like us to land?
They advise. I've got the picture right here. Yes, I do. Okay. You are to land on the. At that point, you are to land in the far courtyard that overlooks the lake. Which, if you look on the map that I provided there, that is the south side of the port city.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
So it's that big courtyard. You two are to land there. The other people movers are, and that ship, they're in the other courtyard trying, or the courtyard, but the square and empty area trying to get people in. And as you guys are, as you're coming in, you actually see like one of the other people movers dropping out of light speed and hitting the orbit, atmosphere, rather quick, as they're trying to get in as quickly as possible to start loading people on and getting people the heck out of here.
Sure. Okay.
You do see that there is one gun that sits on top of one of the tall buildings here in town, and that there is a communications dish here too.
Does it look like that comm dish is connected to the main comm center?
Yeah, that is obviously the main communication center.
Got it. Okay. All right. So as we're approaching, be like, all right, everybody, you've got your general orders. We've got to move anybody that can't be filled up by the other people movers into our ships. It's not going to be comfortable, but it's going to be the way it is. Meanwhile, I've got to get to that comm center. Dorn, you've got your orders. We've all got to be ready to then jump out of here at a moment's notice.
I'll let the people movers know to send anyone that can fight, send them my way for in case of any firefights.
Okay.
Excellent.
So as we're headed into the planet, I want T4 to immediately start astrogating a way out of here. So we have that on hand when we leave for both ships.
Yep. Well, I mean,
it's the same route. Right?
Yeah, the astrogation's the same route. So once it can input that, it can just copy that, give it to or beam it to Jairus' ship to then encode.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna just to name off all my droids. I'm gonna have the lifter ready to move stuff into the freighter in case it needs help. We got our protocol droid. I'm gonna have it. Assuming they speak a different language, I'm gonna have it translate like
they do. Good point. I missed that in the initial detail. Everybody here, it's about a 50-50 mix. It's human and Gran. So if you're not looking at somebody who looks human, then they look like they're Gran, and the Gran have their own language.
Should we bring the protocol droid with us to translate?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll do that then.
I mean, there's probably enough that have an understanding of basic, because I mean
Yeah.
It's but having a protocol droid on hand that could speak their language, that's just gonna
But if there's like children or something else,
it's just gonna make the communication faster and not have to delay as they, figure it out. So
Yeah.
T4's with me, so
sure,
Yeah.
okay. So, Jarrus, are you doing anything specific?
Well, at this point, I'm following the Saber Inn. Will land defensively so that our boarding ramp is in between the two ships.
Okay, smart.
So that people going to the ships will come in and have a little bit of side cover from the ship's hulls. And at this point, I think we need to get on the sensors and see if we can identify any incoming Imperial ships. So I think that's going to be watching space is going to be the big thing here while people board.
Okay. So then you're keeping an eye on that. Dorn, you're trying to communicate with people and get them ready. I'll get to Drade in just a second. Ashi, what are you doing in the meantime?
Well, she's with Jarrus, so she would be doing anything he's telling her to do. So, what do you want me to do, Captain?
Well, we need crowd control. We're going to be packing them in tight into the cargo holds.
Okay, so
Well,
while you two are doing that, a good point you brought that up. Ashi, as he's kind of relaying that and you guys are game planning, you can tell Ashi that some of these people are trying to bring their things with them.
Oh.
Tonnage-wise, not a problem for the ship. Space-wise, for people, way
Problem
different.
for the ship.
Yeah, that's a problem for the ship.
She's going to point that out as they're looking out over, the deck. That's going to be a problem. I don't know if the other ship has noticed that these people are bringing their entire household.
Well, they're not bringing their entire household, but some people
Well, yeah,
could probably pruned out.
The kitchen sink is coming with them.
Yeah.
So,
I'll put it this way: it's not quite Spaceballs level of industrial strength hair dryer.
Okay.
But there are some people here who could probably pare down.
So what do you think? Just one bag and that's it?
Bring your necessities.
Yeah, well,
this is a short-term relocation, right? I mean, we can bring these people back once the Empire finds no one here to bother. They'll just leave, right?
Okay, I'll see what I can do. So she's going to head to the door.
Okay, so I will deal with that in just a second. Drade, so Montan, you're coordinating the droids, then I take it.
Well, I mean,
or are you?
Two of them are with us, and one of them is staying at the ship to help lift things if necessary.
Right? Yeah. So who's us? Are you with Drade then? Is that what you're doing?
I'm with Drade. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so basically, like most of the people who are like officials for the town, they're already gone at this point. The last guy who's here, he was like, some sort of like he oversaw what the docks, sort of thing. Like that was his particular. He's not the mayor or anything like official like that, but he knows his way around. So that's why he volunteered. He as he's talking to you guys and going, he also points out on the map. You guys might. It's kind of hard to see, but physically speaking, there's only one way in to the city, which you guys have as an advantage point. If you look towards the top of the map, you'll see that there's kind of that tree line there.
Yep.
And then there's kind of a round circular thing right there in the cliff face. You see that?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's a tunnel. Those are doors that can be shut. So if anybody is not landing directly on the landing pads, which they're not expecting, because they've got the gun. obviously there's things you can't really anticipate here, but if they're not going to bomb the place and they're going to try and come in, they're probably going to try and come in from there, which means that's a choke point. They could possibly hold that, to buy extra time if
Yeah, this
necessary.
place is surrounded by cliffs.
Huh?
Is that what I'm seeing?
What's that?
That kind of looks that way.
It kind of looks like it's in a crater, essentially, with cliffs all the way around.
No, that's a lake to one side and then cliffs on the other.
Yeah,
Oh,
But still,
yeah,
yeah.
not the lake, but the
still,
rest of it.
yeah, still pretty defendable. Yeah.
Okay.
So, he's kind of he's not a tactician, but he's pointing that out. Like, we've got, it's defendable here, but, we don't have hardly any defenders to speak of. But he takes you to the main communications center, buzzing the way through. It's mostly empty halls as you guys are going, just kind of booking it down. And so you get there and you open up the box with the coding.
Yeah.
And it's a droid head.
No! I mean, what have they done to you?
Right. Yeah.
What's in the box?
So,
Oh no.
yeah, exactly. What's the box?
Tell me what's in the box.
So, Montan and Drade, you guys would both recognize this for different reasons. The droid head in question is actually a T-Series tactical droid.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Sorry.
From your expertise, Drade, these things learn the longer they were in combat,
Yeah.
and they basically acted as an accelerant and a guide for localized droid armies. You've seen these on more than one occasion.
Okay. So then he's like, "Oh wow, that's okay. That makes sense. Have you seen one of these, Montan? You know what these do, right?"
Yeah, I know what they do. I mean, I haven't seen them in action, but I've seen them.
Well, today's our lucky day, I guess.
Oh my goodness.
Help me get this plugged in if you could.
Yep.
He's going to be pinching himself to see if he's really awake.
If it were possible to escape with this thing's head, I would plug it into the saber.
Yeah, we're both working on plugging that in.
Okay, so it's up to Montan to make that roll.
Sorry, give me a second. I'm noting and also playing,
No, I get it.
so,
That's fine.
13 with a category shift.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, so 13 puts you at moderate, so with a category shift puts you at difficult. That is not a problem.
That is worth the character points.
Yeah.
So as you open this up, it's obviously like it's got some wear and tear to it. It's been in use. This is not a pristine looking unit. The inside, however, and all the connectors, it looks like it was professionally taken off. This was not something that was ripped off. So this is just a matter of looking at it and going, oh, and connecting everything, and all of a sudden it lights up as it's starting to connect, and it obviously it can't look. It's just sitting right there, but then you hear it saying connecting. Estimated time of upload 2 minutes.
All right, well, there we go.
And so the dock commander at this point looks down at that and he says, "Is that what I think it is?"
Yes. What do you think it is?
Separatist tech?
Was it separatist tech?
Yeah, if it was a part of the droid army, yes, they were
Whole
separatists.
page of information I was trying to get. Yeah, that's what it is.
And so at this point, he's like, oh.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers.
There's no convincing them now.
Hey, they were built to take on empires.
And speaking of which, since you guys are in the command, or not command, but the communication
Comm
center.
Yeah.
And Jarrus, you get this at the same time. The alert goes out that they have detected Imperial ships in orbit.
We didn't. They must have dropped out of hyperspace really close to orbit. Then we didn't get any warning that they were in the system.
Yeah, unfortunately, no.
Shoot.
What's our current loading status?
Right. Well, you know what? Okay, Ashi, give me a You're gonna need some leadership here, so give me where are you at? There we are. Well, if you want to be mean, you can try and intimidate him.
I was gonna say, this kick is scary because she really doesn't have any points in leadership. Can I just use my knowledge? I mean, I have a better roll.
Hang on, I'm trying to get I didn't get the book pulled up, which was, of all the things I was doing, one of the things I didn't do.
Asha got a reroll too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure thing.
Thank you.
Back down. Here we go. Come on. There. One moment.
Because my intimidation is a 3D plus 1, and my just plain knowledge is 3D plus 2.
How'd that happen? Oh, never mind. That's under persuasion, isn't it? Perception.
Actually, I think it's under. Isn't it under knowledge? Because intimidation is under knowledge.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have done my sheet wrong, and nobody's caught it. Because that's possible with me doing it by myself.
Intimidation's under knowledge.
Yeah, intimidation's under knowledge.
So you should not have a score lower than your general knowledge score.
Told you.
Let's look at that sheet after the game.
Yeah, Dale.
So command would probably be at under perception.
Command?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a 3D plus 1. Okay. Okay, here we go. And nobody did the sacrifice to the
dice gods.
roller? Yeah, dice gods.
It's okay.
Plus 1. Okay. Be nice, be nice, be nice, be nice. 13.
Okay. So thankfully you have the penalty of death behind you. Or just general the unniceties that the Empire might inflict on somebody. So you're trying to get them to scramble and bring their things on board as quickly as possible, because you don't want to be here when the Empire shows. So they're trying to hustle. So here's something else that you might want to consider. And Jarrus, since you are down on the ground, it's probably up to you to make that decision. Your ship is not as big and can't carry quite as much as the Blue Saber. You guys have got 90 people between the two of you that you need to split up. How do you want to do that?
When you say not as big, like percentage-wise, are we 75% of the saber size, or 50% of the saber size?
You have to take a look at the ships respectively, and they're both actually in the Discord chat. But your ship, I think, only has like 85 metric tons.
Yeah,
I mean,
of space
only.
of
Yeah, so if you've got...
But the
let's see, yours
Gertok
is the-
freighter has more, if I remember.
It currently has, the Blue Saber with, because of its like additions and stuff, its max cargo is now at 93 metric tons, but it can hold 10 regular passengers.
So you may want to direct the bulk of them to the Blue Saber.
well, it sounds like we're almost even. I mean, as far as comparison, I've got 85. Saber has 95.
You can call it like 40 and 50. They're not that far off.
Well, wouldn't I be telling people to leave certain stuff behind anyways? Because, again, space.
You can. Give me another command check.
Okay. Yeah, because there's no way that can be get that many people
Well,
on.
technically they can. It's not about the tonnage. It's just about
The
the space.
Yeah, the actual space to sit down and or hang on to something. That's really what complicates things.
Oh, I'm gonna reroll that.
Reroll.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that reroll.
Dang.
Thank you, Dale.
Come on, guys.
Okay, be nice, be nice,
Please.
be nice, be nice. 12.
Much better.
Yeah, I would think anything bigger than what it would be like it would be acceptable carry on to like a airplane. She's gonna say no.
Since people need space, like hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the smart ones probably are bringing like money and
Yeah.
Well, that kitchen sink is pretty
Okay.
expensive.
So you're directing traffic and getting people that have larger items that they're trying to bring along, even though some of them did try to bring it on like a small repulsor lift. It's the room really just isn't there for it. So you're like trying to get them, and successfully trying to get them to make decisions quickly to get them back and forth. So I still have you ship pulled up. I do. So yeah, so then if you're going to do a 50-40 split, then 40 go on Jarrus's ship, 50 go on the Blue Saber,
Right.
because the Jarrus's ship is a little bit smaller as far as the metric tonnage, but then also only has passengers of 6.
Right.
Now, is it possible for me to grab a few people to help direct traffic as well?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
You
So-
want me
Because
to
I've
roll-
also want to be keeping my eyes on the sky too.
Okay, Dorn. So you have, you ended up getting 5 people that basically just look like the equivalent of, well, I don't know if you've seen Andor, but basically they just look like dock workers with that have like simple blaster rifles.
All right. So basically, I have a small. I just simply ask them if they know if there's any leftover armaments, since this is going to have to be turned into a little bit of a militia.
Yeah, one guy says he's like, yeah, well, I mean, this is all the manpower we got, but we managed to jury rig. Jury rig one of the loaders with 3 blaster rifles, and they fire in synchronization, so looks like a big stinger that goes blam.
I mean, that'll work. That'll work if we set it
But
up just
but that's
right.
about all. That's about all we got.
Yeah. Besides the 6 of us and that, do you have a like generator or something I can hook my heavy repeater up to. I can help set up a sort of, say, machine gun
Yeah.
nest. if
So
you like.
so one of the guys goes running off real quick to go get a lift with a generator attached to it.
Thanks. So he just explains it to him. If we are to set up a choke point for them when they come, it's not worst. Best case scenario, they're just coming with stormtroopers and maybe some scout troopers on speeders. Worst case is we're going to have to stall as much as possible if they bring in an ATSD. So we're going to have to utilize. So besides the one repulsor, we're going to have to utilize the buildings as much as possible.
So they're like, oh, okay, buddy. You sound like you know what you're talking about. And they look frightened because they're going up against, they're looking at the possibility of going up against stormtroopers, and they're not trained for combat. They just got some simple blaster skills.
Hey, if they end up landing, we're just stalling for time.
So they start trying to get some crates and building up a little bit of a wall or some sort of defendable position right in front of the door, and then seal the doors.
Dorn just orders that for their little jury rigged blaster contraption to be set up at one point for a chokehold, so he can. Basically, what he's wanting to do is overlap fire.
Right, overlapping fire. So you've got the map. Where do you want the that jury rig stinger?
Give me a moment.
So that door right there opens up into that big courtyard.
Right. Into that big courtyard. Top right.
I would go on the rooftop across the walkway, the clearing.
Yeah.
Well, you've got two of them. You got one where the main gun is at. Which
Oh, is that where the gun is? I thought it was over by the dish.
Nope.
Okay.
The dish is actually on the far left. The gun is right there
Yeah.
on that big platform right there towards the middle.
Okay.
Looks like a backward C on it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the gun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Backwards C. That's.
But that gun obviously is for people coming in from the air, not necessarily on the ground.
Yeah, we'll probably want to use it for that too. So, what about that building just up right of it? Is that a bunch of windows, like a colonnaded tall building or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe set up there.
So you want to put it right there so it can fire down the cliffside,
Yeah.
or do you want to set it up and create a kill zone right there in the courtyard?
I mean, it's up to Colin. I'm just
Right.
suggesting.
Yeah. I'm
Kill
wanting.
zone. Good.
Yeah, I'm thinking kind of like a kill zone.
Okay. So then, where do you want to set it up to turn it into a kill zone? Because you've got the two big buildings on that courtyard. You've got the one kind of smallish tower that sits.
I'm thinking the two towers.
So on the right of the courtyard, right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Verizon Guard. Oh wait, wrong two towers.
Yep.
Wrong two towers. Yeah, I was thinking the two towers that were across from each other.
Okay. So then the guys that you're with, they're gonna go run that up there. One guy is gonna go with it to man it, reload it as needed.
Dorn obviously is going to take his repulsor left and have repeater and set up. to help.
So where you guys? So my suggestion, if you're going to do that, is you're going to want to protect the because you've got the courtyard right there. You see if there's a tower that leads into the tower and essentially a gate that leads into that courtyard you guys have landed in. You see that?
It looks like a hinge between the two sets of buildings.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time trying to figure it out with this map.
Give me a second. Maybe I can help. Oops. Okay.
I posted a clip of it in the Facebook chat.
I put something in Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he circled it. Yeah, we're talking about the same place. My advice to you is to turn that opening into that main courtyard just north of it into your defensive position.
Okay.
Because you're physically blocking their way into, getting directly to you guys.
Okay, yeah, that opening then probably. Yeah, I'll take you up on that suggestion with the opening north of it.
Okay.
Because then with the guys in the tower up top with basically that jury rig stinger, that's going to give you, so a little bit of overlapping field of fire, but it's going to give them a high vantage point to shoot down. And then you're kind of, you're tucked in between those two. So you're not, in case somebody flies by, you're kind of covered. You're not easily sniped at from a TIE fighter.
Yeah. And of course, he's just going to tell the dock workers that once he gets the okay from them that everyone's loaded up, they're to immediately fall back. Ditch the Stinger and the generator repulsor left.
Okay, sure thing. All right, so you guys are getting everything set up, and Jarrus, why don't you roll sensors? Drade, I take it you're making your way back down to the ship?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, with Montana.
Where was the other, the Stinger bot going?
There's only one, and it's,
Right.
That clip that you just picked up?
Yeah.
It's to the north east.
Northeast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Dorn's
So
saying
right,
off his
essentially.
machine gun nest there.
The two towers, because you
Right.
made the joke. You got the one big one and the one that's kind of off that.
I'm just,
We're
I'm
trying.
sort of handing a little map here.
Sure.
So.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I actually appreciated that.
Yeah.
I was actually having a hard time with that myself. I'm turning into Normandy.
Okay, so while you guys are doing that, Jarrus, give me a roll for your sensors.
I did. It comes out to 11.
11. Okay, so your sensors on the ground are now picking up. They're picking up two. Hold on one second.
You're going to say Gazanti, aren't you?
No.
Oh, good.
And now I have Imperial March in my head.
Yep.
What, you don't start every game like that?
No. Oh, ha ha. Screw you.
That's
Well, no, I just mean, I come to play Star Wars. I got Star Wars stuff in my head all the time. Here you go. Here's a little map for us.
Nice.
So
Okay.
you are detecting a TIE fighter escort of 6 Imperial TIE fighters that are guarding 2 Lambda class shuttles that are on their approach.
So we'll kick that over comms. I hate to be something of a rush, but I do detect that there are 6 TIE fighters on approach escorting 2 Lambda class shuttles. Do I have an ETA?
Yeah, the TIE fighters, if they push it, could be there as quick as a minute. But since they're guarding the shuttles, you're anticipating their touchdown's going to be in the next 5 minutes.
I would say, based on current sensors, we have perhaps 5 minutes before they make touchdown.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick it into gear. I don't even care if they have things in their hands. They're not bringing anything. She's shoving them in.
Okay.
Jairus, can you tell if they're going to be making a pass directly over us so that we'd have shots to take?
Can I get a flight path from the sensors?
You can, and if you're estimating where they're going to land, obviously the TIE fighters aren't going to do anything until the Lambda class shuttles they're starting to drop their payload. So yes, it is highly possible that the TIE fighters are going to buzz the port and open fire.
Do I think that they're going to land in the port, or are they landing outside of the port?
No, they are landing outside the port.
I would say current trajectory would put the shuttles landing outside the port, and then I would expect the TIE fighters to continue air superiority patrol over the city once the shuttles land.
I don't doubt the TIE fighters.
All
Thorn
right.
just calls over to the dock workers with the stingers. How good are those blaster? How good is that stinger against TIE fighters?
So they all kind of look around and they said, "We don't know. These are just blaster rifles, buddy. They're no good against starfighters."
So far, they've got a 100% record.
We do have an anti-air gun, and we've got your heavy repeating blaster.
All right. Well, we got.
So you shoot that heavy repeating blaster, they will obliterate the tower you're in.
Yeah. Well, we got about 5 minutes before those Lambda craft touch down.
I'm wondering if we can use at least the Blue Saber, or the Blue Saber, even while it's on the ground. The top turret can be used for defense. I know that could. Right, exactly. Ashi,
Yes,
what are you up to right now?
I'm shoving people in. What do you need?
If you can get to the Blue Saber and get in your turret, the top turret, that way we can be ready and maybe take out a few of them before they land or start strafing the port.
Okay, I'm on my way. So she will give instructions to the ones that she commandeered that they're not bringing in anything. Just shove them in. The Empire's on their way.
Okay.
She gives them 5 minutes tops, and then she'll start running for the Blue Saber.
Can I put the protocol droid on the town speaker saying,
100%?
Yeah, evacuate, please head to the southern, landing port, go now, Empire inbound, just...
Yeah, 100%. So it makes its way to the communications area and just gets on a loudspeaker. Attention. Everyone must evacuate. Attention. Evacuate immediately.
Por favor.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca? But yes, so, and of course it's saying that in basic and it's saying that in Gran, one of the languages, it happens to have. And then, Jairus, you give me another sensors check.
Okay. With Ashi leaving the ship, I'm going to have to take over momentarily, getting people on board to make sure that we can get the doors closed. Also, is there a astromech droid in the port that we can
Nope.
grab?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. then I will put the word out to the passengers. If anybody is familiar with shielding, I'll need them in the cockpit.
Okay. Well, I'm obviously you don't hear anything back just yet. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, damn.
Please tell me you have a reroll.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Shoot. Didn't get to him yet.
So, nevertheless, Drade, as you're making your way down to the Blue Saber at this point, you hear a garbled, just not garbled, a distorted voice come across the comms. Hound 1, this is Hound 3, starting approach.
Understood, Hound 3. Can you give us more information as what you've got? Because if you've seen your sensors, you know what we're up against.
Copy that. And you actually see nothing on sensors.
Okay.
Despite the fact that somebody has flagged you saying that they're here.
Right.
Why don't you, since you're there and you're not piloting anything just yet, why don't you go ahead and give me a sensors check?
Okay. Sensors, and I'm gonna have to rely on mechanical for that. Shoot.
I do have sensors, but your mechanical's probably better than mine anyway.
See about that.
Well, you're a pilot, so I hope it's better. No, it's not.
9.
9.
9 is
Very top of easy, I think.
yeah, so it's easy. Well, it's not like these are stealth. You are actually your sensors are pinging 2 tri-fighters coming in, not tri.
Ooh.
That's not good.
Okay. Then he's like, Hound 3, we've been told that there's a couple of Lambda shuttles with TIE fighter escorts coming in. If you can find them and see what you can do about them before they land, we'd appreciate it.
Affirmative, engaging. And you actually see that the tri-fighters again, Drade, those are droids.
Yeah.
That's Clone Wars tech.
Yeah.
So two
That's what I'm looking at.
yeah, two droid tri-fighters, pop up, and you actually see the visual as they fly over the town, and they leave a trail of dust. Like they're dirty. If you and then followed by that, you end up seeing this ship, which the other ship you see fly over does not ping on your sensors whatsoever.
What is that
Oh, it's
ship?
him. Yeah. All right.
What is that ship?
That's the guy that we talked to back at our actual space base, I believe. That was
Yep.
his ship.
A long time ago. Yep.
Nice. Oh, that's
So
really great.
as they end up breaking, like immediately one of the TIE fighters is just blown out of the sky completely. Because they were caught unexpectedly. The shuttles touch down, and immediately the TIE fighters break and begin getting into a dogfight with the TIE fighters and this unknown transport, heavily armed transport of Naboo design,
Right.
quote unquote.
Okay. Does it look?
Shiny and chrome.
What's that?
So it's shiny and chrome.
Yeah.
I
Well,
understood that.
not quite as chromed out as like all, but as you can tell by the picture in there, it's pretty close.
Yeah. Ooh, that's pretty.
Oh, I know, right? That's why I said it looks like it's of Naboo design because it's got kind of that sort of like swing back and pointed sort of forward, forward pointing and kind of more flat by design. So yeah, so at this point you guys do they're outnumbered, but you do have some sort of air cover.
Okay.
The Lambda, the shuttles are starting to drop off their payload, and their troops are starting to advance.
Do we have gun control of the big one?
You do.
Can I have the tactical droid shoot the?
That's what the tactical droid is. It's already wired into all that.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why you have these types of droids. It's able to coordinate so long as you stay. It has the frequency and isn't jammed or the signal isn't destroyed. It can coordinate the fighters, any ground forces, any additional artillery. That's one of the reasons why you have this. It can put it all together instead of individuals doing it.
Okay, good, because we need something anti-tank in case of a ATST.
Oh boy.
And occasionally now you start hearing the gun on the city, ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. Lobbing shots off and at nearby TIE fighters, and occasionally you'll hear one scream over. None of them are taking shots at the city at this point because they're all trying to do their own maneuvers as best as possible to take on the TIE fighters as well as the this unidentified vessel that has come in. So this blaster fire, from the TIEs and the other ships, people are at this point they're terrified. Everybody getting on board the ships as quickly as possible.
Door motions to the dock workers to open fire as he gets ready to.
Okay, well, there's nothing to open fire on yet, unless you just want them to randomly shoot the door.
No, sorry.
That's fine. But you do end up hearing. Some explosions as demo teams for the Empire are detonating the blast doors of that entrance and starting to come in.
Okay.
And then right as you hear another explosion happen, and that second door, because there are two blast doors that can seal off that tunnel. The second one kind of blows open, and right as that happened, you see five stormtroopers jumping up over the side from the cliff on jetpacks and descending down and starting to fire.
Oh, jet troopers.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Dorn motions for them to open fire as he gets his gun to start basically laying down full auto.
Okay. So now I'm not going to go initiative because this would be a big old mess at this point if I did. But Dorn, first thing I want you to do is roll your blaster rifle. Or if you have a specialty for heavy repeating blaster, which I don't think you do.
I just have blaster.
That's fine. So roll your blaster.
I have a dex, so it'd just be minus 3D because the hunt suit.
I'm sorry, what?
Would it just be minus 3D because of the hunt suit?
Nothing's going to make you minus 3D. Let me take a look at your character sheet real quick.
Dexterity penalty.
Right. It's no armor is going to give you at least it shouldn't give you a 3D penalty.
No. I was asking if.
That's why I said just give me a moment. Boop. Okay.
What do you have anyway? 40?
Yeah.
So you're asking about a minus 1D penalty?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a minus 1D.
So then, you'd be firing at 3D.
Okay. Just confirming.
Pew pew pew.
What kind of suit is this that makes you bad at blasters?
I got a Corellian hunt suit.
Any armor that fully encases you is going to give you some sort of dex penalty.
Yeah.
I got 12.
Okay. So you shoulder into that heavy repeating blaster, or is it heavy or light repeating?
Heavy.
Oh, okay. So heavy repeating blaster. So do you know what they? Do you know? I don't know if you've actually seen it, but for those of you who don't know what it looks like, there's a specific scene where the heavy repeating blaster comes into play, and it's on Hoth and Empire Strikes Back when you see the snowtroopers getting into the base and starting to lay down suppressive fire
Right.
on the rebels. There, that's the heavy repeating blaster. It's a god awful hunk of metal that just throws death in front of it if you're unlucky enough to get in front. So
Right.
It looks like a Star Wars MG-42.
There you go.
So you are laying down some heavy fire at this point. You managed to catch one of the rocket troopers, taking him down. Go ahead, Dorn, and roll. Give me roll 3d6 for the for your men.
3d6 for my men.
Yep. See if any of them are lucky enough to get some shots in.
8.
Okay. Nope. But they're trying to keep them honest. They're
I mean, they
obviously
weren't
not.
trained for this.
They're not running. They're not running up in front of you without respect. There's a lot of gunfire, so they're trying to duck for cover and fire back. Go ahead and roll 46 for the jury rig stinger.
Okay.
Nice.
Accuracy through volume.
Oh.
Oh yeah, re-roll that 6.
19.
He's all oh. No, not bad. So yeah, so that guy up there. So basically, you hear over the comms like everybody's like the guys who are down. Your 4 guys that are down there. They've got basically some crates that they've laid down a little bit of a wall, so they can hunker down and start firing at anything that comes through that doorway. You can hear them over the comms, and they're kind of terrified. They're just like ah. The guy up in the tower, manning this space redneck jury rig nightmare. He's up at the top, and you hear him just going, "Get some, get some, get some."
Excellent.
Yeah, we have the redneck machine gunner.
Anyone who moves is Imperial. Anybody who stands still is a well-trained Imperial.
I had to get the rednecks.
So go ahead and roll 46. See if in his exuberant gunfire, if he's able to take anybody out.
I'm glad he's on your team.
Oh.
Ones don't botch for damage.
Oh, okay. 7.
So 7. Okay. So he's catching people. He's keeping them honest, but unfortunately, it wasn't a kill shot.
You want me to roll or?
Nope, you're fine.
Okay.
All right. So so then of course you can still hear the TIE fighters screaming over. You guys have officially got everybody on board at this point. And it is crammed.
We gotta go
in here. So at this point, you end up getting you guys the channels at this point, because the communications array is basically picking up everything. Some of it is scrambled. That it picks up and it kind of squelches that out, but you guys end up hearing like from Imperials at one point, you hear like this, what the hell? Break left, being flanked, and you end up hearing like in their speaker at one point, Roger, and then more blaster fire coming out. The TIE fighter screaming around. Another one ends up going down. And of course the gun, up top, just firing off like crazy every time it can. Basically, the tactical droid is doing a halfway decent job of using the 2 tri-fighters it's got and the gun, and trying to coordinate the action and keeping either the TIE fighters off directly or putting them in a bad position where one of them gets splashed.
Right.
Which, you're still outnumbered. And of course, the sensors at this point are picking up, way more TIE fighters coming in at this point. Just a swarm of them. When you end up hearing over the comms, you hear Hound 3 to Hound 1. You have a window of opportunity to leave. You need to take it.
Understood, Hound 3. Thanks for the assist. All right, everybody. Get off of your defensive positions. Get to flight control. Let's go.
Dorn just radios, got it, and he whistles to the dock workers and just yells, "It happened. Let's go."
Drade, maybe you should send Dorn with Dries, since he doesn't have a gunner.
Good call. Dorn, go ahead and head to Jairus' ship. Ashi, stay on the Saber.
Got it.
Yeah, she.
So, should we leave the tactical droid? He's keeping us safe for the moment.
We kind of have to. We don't have the time to go and get it.
But I thought.
Sorry, Montan. I know. What a treasure, but it's saving lives.
Daddy's got to leave one behind.
Let's go.
Okay, so the last of you are getting on board. So Dorn, here's a question for you. You sitting on 2 dark side points have an opportunity to completely jack this up. All you have to do is not go to the ship and go run to comms and take out that tactical droid.
Why are you like this?
And
the dark side is tempting.
The dark side is tempting.
that is true.
To some small extent, this could be a way for you to get back in.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm going to unhook the repeating rifle and make a break for the droid.
Okay, so you're going to destroy the droid then?
Oh, destroy it?
Yeah.
And this is to not completely jack it up.
Jack it up. I didn't say not completely.
Okay.
You have a little devil on your shoulder giving you the opportunity at this point to completely mess up this operation.
I misunderstood you. Okay, then no.
So you get your heavy repeating blaster and then book it back to the ship to get on board.
After telling the dock workers to move their asses.
Okay. Take off a dark side point.
Yay! And his heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Okay, so as you guys, Drade, Ashi, Jairus, and Dorn, you feel something coming over you as you guys are lifting off.
Oh yeah, that's y'all's problem.
Almost as if it's reassuring, despite the chaos and everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a calm and centerness about you that you've never actually experienced.
Okay.
For the duration right now, everything that you do is up 2 dice.
Nice.
Oh. It has turned into Telltales.
Okay.
I had to go and be normal.
Oh, that had nothing to do with you in that sense.
Oh, yeah.
I get where you're coming from. No, it had nothing to do with you like that.
No, I just mean not force sensitive.
Oh yeah, no. Again,
Okay.
that is not a non-factor in this particular case.
Yeah.
But I get
Okay.
where you're
Something
getting
else.
at. Yeah, it's something else.
The event has turned to Telltales.
I have no idea what that means, so then no.
Then you have never played any of the games.
Oh, I have, but not for any length of time because they're not all that fun.
There you go.
At least not for me. So, and there is, you guys have been given a, from Hound 3, a like a projection. What it's doing is it's telling you to leave the port and basically take the long way off of the planet. It's guiding you to take the, not to go straight up and get out, is to basically to take off and like you're trying to fly to another continent,
Right.
essentially, but taking a long way shot out into it. Jairus and Drade, why don't you give me flight checks? So roll your this is also to figure out like why, but go ahead and give it.
Yep. With the +2 dice.
And don't forget to add any bonuses that your ship may have given you for specialty and controls.
Right.
So like for the deep water has 1D in maneuverability. So anything you have in maneuverability adds to your check for piloting.
$23.
Ooh. Matt, you gonna roll? So do you have? You have to add. But okay, there we go. Much better. Okay, so as you guys are taking flight, and of course the others are following you as well, the other people movers and the troop transport that they brought in. As you guys are booking it, your sensors are also picking up. So not only is there a Star Destroyer there, but there was an interdictor in place as well. And the flight path is actually going to take you to the other side of the planet, which would allow you to kind of circumnavigate them if you're fast enough.
Right. Okay. Let's see here. All right, so we're headed that way. Good. Does it look like there are any fighters or whatnot in pursuit of us, or have we been able to avoid? Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. So he's going to be like, "All right, Ashi, Dorn, get ready when you can. Some fighters are on our way. We're taking a special route. See if we can get away from that interdictor in orbit." And we continue on
ready.
that route.
I'm ready.
All right, I'm ready. Hey, Jairus, what's the arc on this gun?
He has a turret.
Access to the turret is in the lounge, forward just behind the cockpit.
Yeah, and it's a turret, so all directions, nice.
Yeah, if you look at the picture, although it's not super big, it sits right on top of it, kind of like the Millennium Falcon.
And it's not the size of the turret.
I couldn't even tell that was the turret. I was looking at the Greg troop shuttle. I couldn't even tell that was the. Oh wait,
Don't give him a complex.
It was the people mover personnel, wasn't it? Or
that's probably what you were looking at. Yeah.
Yeah,
you were currently
look at the
in
one that says Matt's ship.
Yeah. It's the Deepwater Light Freighter.
Yeah, I need to look. I need to look at Matt's ship because
So- As you guys are now flying out, the the row of TIE fighters, 10 of them in total currently, are descending down to try and swat these ships out from the sky.
Okay.
So
Did
now,
I get any response to my request for any of the passengers who are familiar with shield controls?
possibly. I'll tell you what. Why don't you roll? Why don't you roll 3d6? And if you're able to get into a moderate, somebody there has it.
Nice.
Okay. So that was just into moderate. So yeah. So somebody comes forward. They are able to take over where on the shields. They're not especially good, but they know how to do it.
Right. Well, I've got a shield station and I've got backup shields that we can
Yep.
hopefully not use, but use if necessary. So
Right. And so just keep in mind here, guys, shields are, when you throw shields up, you can't fire. So that's the reason why you have to lower shields, raise shields, lower shields. You got to go back and forth. That's the big reason why that's there. So,
got it.
Okay.
so it is quite literally, unless you're not trying to fire back, you're basically trying to block shots. You're turning it on, turning it off, or angling the shield, particularly, like putting it in the rear instead of all around, so on and so forth. So,
Okay.
all right. So they are coming in for a strafing run, and we have ourselves a Battlestar Galactica situation where really there's only, well, Battlestar is just a one, but there's really only two ships that can do any sort of retaliation. The others are just trying to book it and get the heck out of Dodge. All right, so gunners, don't forget that some of your guns have what's called fire control.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
If you have fire control, which most of you should, that is something you add to your dice pool.
Right. So we're getting 2 from the I Feel Good stuff, and
Yeah.
then 1
What?
from fire control.
What's
Well, for
fire
you,
control?
you're on the heavy laser cannon, so turret. So that's going to give you a 2D for fire control on the
Okay,
blue
2D.
saber.
Okay.
What's fire
So-
control?
Fire control is built into a weapon. It's going to add to whatever your starship gunnery gives you.
Think of it like the targeting and the scope and whatnot, letting you
Okay.
know, like,
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't have starship gunnery.
But you have mechanical though.
Yeah, I got mechanical.
So you got
Yeah.
mechanical plus 2D from the weapon itself, plus 2D from the blessings.
The blessings.
I feel good.
What's your mechanical?
3, so it'll be 5D.
It's 7D.
70. 'Cause
70.
3 + 2 + 2.
Okay.
You have Obi-Wan looking over your shoulder, which is 2D, and then you've got 2D from the gun itself, which helps you.
Yep.
You've got a 7D2 hit, and then you've got a 5D.
I'm rerolling that. I'm rerolling that. There.
wow,
Ooh, I do have a reroll.
you got the exact same thing, just with different die numbers.
I got a 1.
No, I
That is
know.
why I
I
rerolled.
know.
Right.
Make sure you erase your reroll.
I did.
Okay, my turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna swat one out. They're trying to swat me, so I'm gonna swat them back.
Get him.
Oh,
And I got a 6.
with the
and,
6.
and you got a 6.
That's 1d10, right?
1d6.
Or 1d6.
1d10, really?
Yes.
Oh,
Roll it again.
Teach them to
Doc
swat
Holliday
at me.
over here.
yeah. She climbs in the turret. And she's all, say when.
I
So
I think you can
37.
safely say that
Woohoo.
it's gone.
So I took out 3 at one time, right?
Yeah, no. Go ahead and roll your
Seven, one
damage.
blow.
Damage
Okay.
is 4. Is it 4D?
Yes.
On this one, it's actually
Five.
5D
5D.
for the
okay.
laser cannon. Yeah.
It was close. Okay, be nice. 17. No, 18.
Okay.
I got 17.
Yeah, I saw that. You popped up when I was looking.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't say if you hit or not yet, Colin.
Oh,
I appreciate your exuberance.
I
Okay,
better have hit
so
with
Colin,
a
so
37.
you end up firing. Your guy ends up breaking off his attack run to get out of the way. Ashi, however, locks in right as it's coming straight on. Like you end up, seeing one coming in on the one of the people movers to try and shoot it down, and just ta 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 ta. You just like line it straight up, boom boom boom. You just at one point your shot breaks off part of the wing. Second one strikes the cockpit, and you just see it just boom, just explode and kind of fireball away down towards the ground at that point. So they're buzzing. There's gunfire everywhere, or blaster fire everywhere. Drade and Jarrus, give me piloting checks.
Is that between the two of them? They took out 3 TIE fighters?
They took out 1, yes.
1. Oh. Both between the two of them?
Between the two of them, they've taken out 1
Yeah.
so far. Drade and Jarrus doing some evasive maneuvers.
17.
Oh,
My gosh, reroll
roll
that
some of
6.
that bean footage again there, Matt. Doggone it. Okay, well, still, 23 is not bad. Okay. Not gonna be enough. Okay. So Matt, you end up like doing kind of like breaking a little bit and doing a barrel roll. Of course, you hear everybody in the back. TIE fighter blast. You're spraying all around you, but missing. And that's probably why Dorn missed. You were in the midst of getting inverted, and his gunfire was kind of spraying up and out. Didn't quite hit. Drade, however, you end up getting hit. Who's on shields?
T4.
Okay, so T4, go ahead and roll for shields.
So are we going to hear the RTD2 sound?
34.
Oh.
Nope.
I don't want anybody to tease me about my droids ever again.
Daddy's proud.
Better recognize.
Daddy should be upset that he had to leave one of his
right
kids
at
behind.
the appropriate moment, throws up shields to put in a block. Thankfully, Drade a little panic there for a second. It is rolling damage, so go ahead and roll your shields and add your hull.
Right.
Or actually, roll your shields first, and then we'll roll hull. See what goes through, if anything.
Okay. The shields are at 3d6.
Wait, is that... Okay, I don't understand.
Shields have a rating as well. So you got the shields up in time. Now we need to see how much.
Oh, that was... Okay, I didn't
off.
understand what the different rolls were for. I got
You're
it.
fine.
So the shield roll.
We haven't done a whole lot of
Right.
starfighter fights, so.
Yeah. So the shield roll, see, it was 3d6. I got 8.
8. Okay. Oh, you know what?
T4's out there with a ping pong paddle, just deflecting shots. No.
Right.
No, if that's the case, he's out there like Matumbo. No. No. Not today. Okay.
He's up there going, "Do you feel lucky, punk?"
Right.
I don't think he's Clint Eastwood.
He could be.
I could make him Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, he could be.
Beautiful thing about droids.
That's true.
I could see it.
I just swap out his voice box.
If you're going to do that, at least make it a battle droid
Here we go.
or an HK model.
Oh, I had it right then. Okay.
Yeah, if I can get one, hell
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Guess what's
Well-
on your Christmas list?
I'm over here packing surprises into the droids I can get. So
I mean, IG model probably would make him happy.
Okay. So you had said you had 8?
Yeah, for the shields.
Okay.
Give me a loft cat and I'll steal you a droid.
Okay, so we have 14 unaccounted for damage. Roll hull.
All right. Oh, 3D plus 2. We're gonna. Do I want to Oh wait, do I have a reroll? Actually, did I get one? I don't have a reroll. Okay, that's sticking then. 12.
Okay,
Damn.
well, that eats
I
up
don't
most
have
of
any
it, thankfully.
points.
So only 2 points. That's not terrible. Okay, so get the book back up. I don't think that's going to impair you all that much.
I don't have enough points to give any rerolls.
Gotta watch more. Bum, bum,
I watch
bum.
every game. What are you talking about? As soon as I get 2,000,
I'm just
somebody's needing one.
harassing because I want to have fun. So
I know. You're always picking on me.
why is everybody always picking on me?
Charlie Brown, he's a clown. Silence. Here we go. Hull plating. That's astrogation. We are not in that realm as of yet.
I think it's on 137. I see a starship damage chart.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
We could lower the cost of the roll to like 100
No, we cannot.
points. Oh. Tried.
Shelly, let's not spam it.
Shelly, you are currently playing a Jedi, but that doesn't mean you have Jedi mind tricks in real life. But I appreciate the effort. Game recognizes game. That's combat. Here we go. Starship damage. Starship damage chart. Ooh, uh-oh. So that's still not good. Okay. So we will go. I'll tell you what, Dale. Roll a d6. 1 through 3 shields blown. 1 through 3 shields blown. 4 through 6 controls ionized temporarily.
Oh, crap.
3.
Okay, so shields are blown. So the ship loses 1d from their available shields.
Okay, so it's now
So
done.
that's going to last until it's repaired.
Yep.
So
That's at 2D.
So your shields actually did the lion's share then of deflecting. However, they physically take some damage. So otherwise, the ship is okay.
Okay.
What can I do about repairing that?
You can't. You wouldn't be able to repair it. Pardon me. In time, you're gonna need spare parts. Okay. So next week. So and again, at this point, like it's a swarm until you end up seeing. But you guys are still fighting and firing back. But you end up seeing Hound 3 and the and one of the tri-fighters. One of them got shot down, unfortunately. Come flying back up through, and they focus on one. They end up focusing on one TIE fighter and take it out, leaving you guys down to 8. And at this point, again, the TIE fighters are breaking back up because now there's more targets. It is a target-rich environment, as they would say. And they have bogeys that they need to worry about that they can't focus solely on the vessels. So
So you said one of the hounds is down?
no,
What are the
Oh, okay.
tri-fighters?
one of the tri-fighters is down. Yes.
Okay.
No, Hound 3 is still there.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. So, do I get to fire again?
Yeah. So we're at the top of the round again. So And keep in mind, if you guys want to make multiple attacks, you can. It's just you're down a die each time.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, time to get serious.
Strafe them.
And we still have that +2, or
Yes.
okay.
21.
Blackjack.
Keep going. Keep going. You can shoot 6 times.
Well, it's only for the stat.
Yeah.
So just to be clear. So, like, for example, if you had 4d6 in Starship Gunnery, you could essentially do 4 times, despite having some bonuses on top of it. Just means when you get down to your final die, you're not as bad as you would normally be.
Okay.
So shoot 3 more times.
Yeah, if that's what you have. Yeah, exactly. Just keep firing. Keep firing, assholes. So are you going to roll, Colin?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm waiting on you, buddy, before I do some more rolling. Oh, nice.
I got 20.
Okay, so let's see. That is not a good roll.
That's okay. You can have the bad rolls.
Shelly, roll damage.
Okay.
Let's see. Colin, roll damage.
Okay.
Good job, Colin. 12.
Okay.
And I will fire again when I can.
22.
Wow.
Oof.
Nice.
Woohoo.
Nice.
That is a proverbial gut shot. Great job, kid. 1 in a million. Breaking in all the quotes tonight.
Right.
So that is gonna hurt. It had so for Colin, that is an absolute splash. It doesn't even have the hull to absorb that.
Nice.
It's like one of those Dr. Pimple Popper. That's all it did.
No. I'm not even going to. No.
Yeah, I know. Same. Nope. Pass.
Ew.
Shelly talked
I
about
mean,
that on your own
if
time.
Shelly keeps that up, I'm gonna make Cassandra get infested with like bot flies or something.
No.
Just have her just randomly start like trying to pick them out of her skin.
I'd like to fire again.
Yeah, me too.
Hold on. So you have damaged the one that's one of the other ones that is on you. You haven't taken it out yet, but it's like it's bleeding off like energy and smoke at this point.
That was the one that Ashi hit?
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys, if you're gonna fire again, you're down 1 die.
Okay.
And don't forget to add your fire control if you haven't already.
20.
Aww.
Oh, Colin, please say you have a
He does
Wait,
not.
wait. You guys are firing a lot. It's okay to miss one. Don't waste rerolls on that.
So Colin, so that shot ends up going wide. Shelly, are you focusing on the same one you just shot?
Yeah, well, yeah, if it's still able to shoot, then
Brittany's in the house.
Hey,
Shelly, if it's flying, it can still technically fire. So
Well, then I'm gonna swat it.
So that is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oops. I help if I put that one letter in there. Amazing how it makes such a difference.
What a difference a day makes. And
Well-
the difference is you. Shelly, it doesn't matter. I mean, TIE fighters have 2D hulls. The absolute best I could get is 12. Both of your shots did 12.
Woohoo.
By the math, there's nothing I could do to absorb that whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, boom.
Yeah.
So that one.
Yeah,
so that
I
one
got
ends
it.
up. So that
Like
one
the
ends up
top.
hitting.
Okay.
And I would like shoot
Oh,
again.
come on.
Oh, ouch.
So this would be 5,
1,
6.
2, 3, 4. We're down 4 so far out of 10.
18. Oh no. Okay, reroll.
Okay.
Darn those ones.
Uh,
22.
I forgot Shelly's character's name.
Ashi.
Ashi.
She can just hear Dorn over the comms. Keep firing, assholes!
So keep in mind, Ashi, this is your last attack.
Okay.
Okay, so that is possibly a hit. Let's see.
I have 3d6, so
So you have 3d6 for mechanical.
yes.
Okay, then that was your final shot too.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that is a miss. So that guy banks hard, gets out of the way of that. That's the one thing TIE fighters have going for them. They're super nimble. They get hit by anything, done. You can thank the Tarkin Doctrine for that one. Okay, so their actions, they are firing. Drade and Jarrus evade.
Bank
Do a
hard. Bank
barrel.
hard.
Oh,
Oh,
Drade looking to make up for that.
Like,
Keep going,
how
buddy.
dare they touch me?
you really did do the, we were inverted.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, they touched your baby.
35.
whew. All right, so they have like not even with a 6, they're gonna have a hope or prayer to hit you with that one. So yeah, at that point, like, the blue saber ends up like whipping around real quick, gets inverted like on the TIE fighter right there, and he's able to look down in the cabin for a second as he whips around and gets out of the way of the gunfire. Jarrus, what is the name of your ship?
He never named it.
Sorry, I was muted. No, it's the Skimming Minnock.
Skimming Minnock. Okay. So the Skimming Minnock, let's see if he's able to catch you with that. Maybe. No. Maybe.
You realize that my character has a major fear of Minarchs, right?
It's fantastic.
Mm.
Oh Lord.
Good thing she
Okay,
didn't know
I
the name.
didn't know that.
The Skimming Minnock got caught. So
Transponder was off, so you didn't know that anyway.
Matt, why don't you go ahead and roll for shields? Go 3d6. See if they're able to get it up in time.
Wow.
Touchdown.
Unbreaded.
On paper, unbreaded. Oh. Got a 6 in there.
Tallness.
Go, go, go.
$15. All right. So that is a success. Go ahead and roll your shields. Not shabby.
Jerry, I'm writing this down just like our Street Fighter fights. round.
Play by play, yep.
Awesome.
Then the TIE fighter hit us with a dragon punch.
Sure you
Hadouken.
can.
Yeah, no. While that game was fun, I got curb stomped so many times.
Okay. So there was just enough to make it through the shields. For 1 point of damage, man, you guys are getting lucky. Yeah, that's a legit roll too. Go. Give me 1d6. Same thing. 1 through 3, it's the shields. 4 through 6, it is the controls ionized.
Oh, does he get to roll his hull to resist that? Because that was the shields, right?
Oh no, that's right.
You didn't have a roll at all.
Yeah,
He's
so
going to get at least a 1.
yeah, so yeah, I apologize. Roll your hull.
Good job there, Dale.
So 9 is greater than 1.
Hooray!
So your ship gets rocked from the hit, but your control panel indicates, there's nothing's reporting as nothing from damage control is reporting as on alarm. Your shields are you're recharging and recovering. Nothing is down. So thankfully you lucked out on that one. Okay, so. And then next round comes. You can tell that there are on sensors. You can hear that there are more TIE fighters coming. You're obviously busy, and you don't want to take a second check to roll that. I can tell you that right now. Keep all your dice available for piloting.
That's right.
But then you end up seeing. So another TIE fighter flies over, and ends up shooting down the droid tri-fighter. So so it blows up and parts, pepper over one of the people movers as you guys are booking as quickly as you can. Hound 3 ends up banking up and does a spin and opens up, splashing down another TIE fighter as he does. Kind of flipping back up and swinging back around to cover the backside as you guys are flying forward and to try and continue to engage the TIE fighters that are here. So that is 5 TIE fighters down now?
Yeah, 5 down.
Yeah, 5 down, so 5 still remaining.
Okay.
All right.
I'm having the protocol droid help me try to keep people calm because that's what I can do.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
27.
So 27 for Shelly.
I need to learn how to shoot a gun.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you see?
My mechanical is terrible. It's all in technical. Of course, that also makes it cheap to upgrade my skills.
Nope, not enough. So, Shelly, go ahead and roll damage. Colin, let's see if they get out of the way of yours.
15.
That is not a great roll. Colin, roll damage.
20.
Oof. So, quick math breakdown. They have no shields, and their hulls are 2d6.
Yay!
Do they
both
have the
dead.
capability of absorbing any of that? The answer is no. So as you guys are flying on, you both get a lock. Whap, 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 whap. Just let those guns fly, and both Ashi and Dorn, bam, bam, as you guys splash 2 TIE fighters at this point. Man, you guys are making these TIE fighters regret coming up against these guys. They're just like, oh my god!
Again.
Wasn't even supposed to come into work today.
I know, right?
26.
22.
Dante all of a sudden comes over the line. I don't understand. I wasn't even supposed to be here. That is another close one. Okay, so let's check with Shelly. No, he gets out of the way. One of the other ones, like, he's banking it. At this point, it's clear they're starting to do some evasive maneuvers.
Yeah.
Because they did not anticipate civilian ships having this kind of impact.
Yeah.
And no, Colin, you miss as well. You, of course, still have opportunities to shoot. You have one more shot.
Yep. 19.
Okay, that's probably not going to be enough.
Wait,
That is not.
You did roll instead of an R.
Slash R space, not slash roll.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. You just got a little excited.
Yeah.
Take him down. Take him down. Oh, well, maybe not.
Yeah. And no.
Jinx.
So lot more gunfire, blaster just spraying the sky at this point. Again, at least you're keeping them honest. especially with those last two that got blown up in that first round there, or that opening round here. They're swinging back around, and at this point, 2 TIE fighters are attempting to focus on Dre. 2 is attempting to focus on Jarrus, because these are the ones that are putting up the most resistance here. So you need to make 2 piloting checks. Second one will be down a die.
And our pilots need rerolls, by the way, Brittany.
32.
From Rio, the special ones. Damn.
And second one, 27.
Nice. Both of them really good.
So it's full value first roll and value -1 second roll?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure is.
I didn't know we had Goodwill
no!
Millennium Falcon.
Jarrus, do you still have a reroll?
Nope.
Oh. Okay,
Brittany
so
wasn't fast enough.
that one's gonna have to stand. Wait, no. Did you already use the one that Dale gave you? Because Dale gave you one tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, you gave me one tonight?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You're gonna want to
missed
reroll that.
Use
I
that.
will re-roll that.
Sweet.
Yeah. Both our pilots need rerolls. Brittany just gave
Oh,
you one, Matt.
nice.
We have another
Okay,
one.
yeah, Matt, you just got another one.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, and then Matt, roll one more time. Ooh, you may want to re-roll that one.
I can use this re-roll in the same round?
Mhm.
Yep.
I will do so then.
That's
you very
only a
much, Brittany.
13. That's much better.
Yeah.
Let's see,
Brittany
13,
got to
24.
hug Jesus, so she's got some good mojo.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that. We need to weigh that out the next game. See if Huggy Jesus rubbed off on her.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is absolutely wide on the first try for against Dale. Yeah, second one, no chance. First one against Matt. Ooh, what'd you get on? Oh, never mind. I can't get that. No, you got a 30 on that reroll. No hope. And a 24 on that one. Close, but no cigar. So at this point, you guys are breaking like you're hearing Highway to the Danger Zone. At this point, just breaking left, breaking right, firing all around you, just scattering all over the place. And you end up at this point. You end up seeing Hound 3 come swinging back by. As the at this point, you guys are. You can actually see the horizon breaking, and you're getting to low atmo. So once you get to that point, you'll be able to punch it to the
Hyperspace.
punch it to hyperspace.
So
Oh,
great.
that was good. Okay, so
No good.
Hound. Okay, I mean, I could fail these checks if you want.
No, I want points for you.
So
Hound
Hound 3 ends up picking on
Oh,
picking on one of the ships that was one of the TIE fighters who got a little aggressive firing on you guys, meaning he had lower rolls, and his maneuverability was not enough, and whap, 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 and scratches that guy. So Drade, or actually I should say Jarrus, right as you were banking because you got the lower roll, you end up seeing like this a one-wing TIE fighter going like fly right past your cabin, like right in the very front, and off to your right when it gets almost 50 yards away, just blows up before it hits the ground, and you end up hearing Hound 3, time to leave. We've got more bogeys.
Understood. Breaking atmo.
Since when did you take lessons from Han Solo flying?
On who?
Thank you. No one knows who Han Solo is yet. He just likes to think he's known. All right, so you guys have already got your coordinates locked in for the hyperjump. Go ahead and roll your piloting. This is effectively top of the round.
Okay.
So you're at your full dice. Oh no!
No! I knew it. I knew it.
They told me they fixed it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, no rerolls.
Oh, that Han Solo.
No!
Okay. So Matt, you end up. The skimming Minoc is what you said it was. Okay, skimming Minoc hits the light speed. Let's take a look at the, because this could be bad.
Montan, get that wrench and hit it.
All right.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Burr, 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 burr.
Do the ship we were escorting jump to? Are
Yes.
they gone? Okay.
All right. Go ahead and Go ahead and roll. Oh, wait a minute.
This is where we die.
I already have a backup concept ready, so Montan can't fight. The chances of him getting ganked are pretty high.
Okay, so you end up hitting hyperspace as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good night, Brittany. Staying up
Night,
way late.
Brittany.
It's like 2 a.m.
What
there
is
now.
this?
Love you.
So,
I don't know what it is.
so you guys end up jumping into hyperspace. And when you end up coming back out, so Jarrus skimming Minoc, wham, comes out of hyperspace. We'll say that you guys ended up making the jump to the Elrude sector.
And we jumped right
and
into an
where did we
Imperial
go?
cruiser, right?
Yeah.
Side-
So you guys
right on the dot.
So you guys ended up overshooting just a little. You end up coming back out in the Elrude sector, but you're in the middle, like you drop down right into the middle of an asteroid field. So Drade, give me a piloting check.
All right. Do I still have that
No.
+2 happiness? No. Okay. Shoot.
Oh no, that happiness went away when we got that.
Oh.
No, it went away when you guys went to hyperspace.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh,
That's gonna be a lot better.
Nice.
he didn't need no stinking badges.
That's
Oh,
gonna be a lot better.
let's keep this going.
I love this about Drade. If he doesn't fail off the top, he freaking heroically. It's
35. Yeah.
Yeah, so you drop and immediately, you hear the alarms, collision alarms going off as you're coming right into, an asteroid field. Jarrus, you guys saw them drop out, and he ended up going into like an asteroid field that ships mine. So like you come out, you drop in, and you're like, oh dang it! So you immediately like you bank hard on one time. At one point, a rock goes flying over you. You circle back around, you go through the middle of another, and then you end up like turning sideways as like two mining drones go like cross over as they're changing shifts and whatnot. It's like and just right in the back of your mind, it's like, man, this would have made an amazing Disney ride, and then just kind of break out,
Huh.
and then break hard right again, and circle back out around. Like at the best, you end up hearing like asteroids just like harmlessly ping off of you, like not even a hard impact, just like bong bong bong, almost as if like someone's more like knocking.
Do we hear that over the screaming of the passengers?
Completely superficial. They
Whatever
don't know,
gravity means we don't know we're barrel rolling.
right? They have no idea what's
true.
going on. There's no porthole that they can look out. They just know, okay, We came out of
Okay, so
hyperspace.
I'm screaming. So can he hear it over me screaming?
Like, he turns off the intercom that
Yeah,
leads to
she's
her.
like, okay.
There we go.
And then you end up breaking out, and you turn back around, and you end up coming. You're almost face to face with the skimming Minoc. Like you can see them, not far away. Facing cockpits facing each other.
Gotcha.
I wonder why he navigated into an asteroid field on exit from hyperspace. Could I have done that too?
Probably
Did I not pilot right?
Completely planned.
Doran just replies as yours. Probably overshot.
So hold that thought. Go ahead and keep playing. I'll be right back.
Right.
Okay, a very frazzled Ashi will come down to the cockpit.
It's happened once, and that's how we found out about the Indictor class.
What was that?
Just making sure if anybody followed us that. No, I can't. That was I overshot. I apologize.
Yeah. Warning.
I thought we would need a little bit of a buffer, but I hit it a little too late, and
Yeah. Warning.
You're fine. We're all fine.
I
Everyone's
think a
fine.
piece of me
Everything's
is
fine.
still up there in the cockpit.
I never look so bored that you need to add damage to the ship for me to fix. That's okay.
Oh, you're bored?
No.
No, he's saying he's not ever that bored.
Okay.
He's always got something to do. Which, yeah. But we're fine. We did it.
It's my role when we get into a fight is to fix things.
Yeah, it's a good thing that you're an actual mechanic. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, Montana, according to my systems here, it's looking like the shields did take a little bit of a frazzle while we're dropping people off and not in combat. If you can look at that ASAP. I don't know if we have any spare parts, but whatever you can do.
Oh, yeah. Let me just go outside.
Well, I don't know if you need to be outside or if that can be done internally. But if we need to wait, we need to wait.
Depends on what's wrong, but the shield emitters are outside. So
And we don't got no bots that we can send out?
We got T4. I mean, he is literally an astromech droid, but
Where's your other bot?
Now is not the time to stop and repair the ship.
Right.
Now is the time to drop off all these people and get the hell out.
No, understandable. All right.
Did we have a destination in our directions? Do we know where we're taking these people?
We're going to be given that. We didn't have one at the time.
I thought we, out of character, I thought we did. I was trying to keep notes, but I didn't hear anything about you will be given a destination after you leave. So I thought it was part of the initial package.
Look at what I wrote. What did I catch? Writing down. I'm not finding that that we got any specific place to go afterwards.
Because it was part of the instructions to drop them off and get the hell out.
Right, exactly. Yeah, ASAP.
Jerry, did we have a destination for where we're taking these people?
Okay.
Yeah, I never got around to that, but yes. You guys
that's
would have been given for your particular people. Well, so you guys are being instructed to drop them off on Coin in the Elwood sector.
Coin? Like
Coin. COYN.
So I guess it's a flip of the coin.
And what happens to characters?
So there's the coin system. You guys have all the details you guys might want for it.
Oh, nice.
The coin are as a race are similar to similar but not nowhere near as antagonistic as the Klingons in Star Trek. Warrior race, but they have some commercial viability in their sector. So they're big on honor, that sort of thing. You guys are instructed to drop them off there. They will while you guys were en route, you would have received a separate message letting you know that they're going to be taken care of with a separate flight. Just get your ships back to get your ships back to the hideout and lay low for a couple days.
Got it.
I was going to say we should go back to the hideout.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just because we haven't been there in many moons.
With that said, I'm not sure Jarrus has ever been there, so if we can transfer those coordinates over to his system, so he can pilot that.
Yeah. Doran just talks to the others. I was expecting stormtroopers and maybe some scout troopers because they were, expecting rebels.
Right.
When they blasted those doors down, they brought jet troopers.
Well, aren't those stormtroopers with gear?
They have jetpacks.
Yeah, but I mean, they're still stormtroopers. They've just got jetpacks.
They're specialists.
I take it those are typically only used for something they find important, is what you're saying.
Yeah, jet troopers aren't typically busted out like that.
I mean, this town was in the bottom of a big bowl. Well, I would find a way down those cliffs quickly too.
Yeah, but there's landing pads.
No, but I mean, ground assaulting that town would either have to be by sea or down the cliffs.
Right.
So,
I saw where they landed.
No, Colin in character. He's indicating there was a reason for the troopers, and that was the only way to get past it quickly.
Okay,
that's what he was getting at.
Okay.
I mean, there's a whole Star Destroyer up there. I assume they have specialists of all types on board. Those things carry what, thousands of people? A lot, right?
Yeah, a lot of people.
I would scope the planet and be like, oh, this bowl-looking place has steep cliffs. Let's send some jetpacks. But whatever, we won.
Well, true. All right, let's give everybody off board onto coin, and then skedaddle.
Sounds good.
So we do that.
Yep.
Hey,
I'm not going to make you guys role play through all that. It's you give them kind of a spiel that somebody's going to be there to help get them disseminated elsewhere in a bit. Ultimately, to help, so don't go far from the starport, essentially.
While I have time with these people,
mm-hmm.
I want to replay Ezra's broadcast. And just tell them, people got to stand up.
Okay.
Soft recruitment.
Right.
Well, the Garn, most of them, I mean, they're obviously sympathetic, but they're not there because they're peace loving. They really don't. They would rather wait out the Empire.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm just saying that.
But the humans, yeah, screw that noise.
Especially my redneck dock workers.
Oh yeah.
I get to do that again.
Corporal gets some.
Listen, Billy Ray, you're good with that blaster.
I know exactly. I got a real job for you, son. So I was trying to find the
handy with the steel, you know what I mean? Earn your keep.
But anyway, so but you guys drop them off. Of course, you give them a little bit of pep talk or whatever have you about the rebellion. You do it in somewhat privacy because you don't want to just rebroadcast that and have people, focus on you. That would be bad.
No, I just mean on the ship since we have all this time while
Sure.
we're flying.
Okay, sure.
Maybe during the fight, I'm just like, listen, guys.
Let's have a talk.
Story time with Montan.
Yeah.
He already looks like a Teddy Ruxpin, so.
Perfect. Do you have a little like chest compartment where you can pop it out and like you put the tape in?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Where the? I know I've got it in here. What?
I want to be your friend.
I'll have to look it up later. I don't have the actual. I was trying to find the details because we're going to the hideout, but I don't actually have it right now. I need to make sure I rename these books instead of the code that they were printed under. So I can find it easier. Right now I'm having to look at the stupid icons and figure out which one's which. Anyways, so they give you Jairus, they give you the coordinates specifically to this hideout that they're going to be going to. And the hideout in question is actually a decent sized asteroid that has a base built inside it.
And we feel comfortable bringing all these people with us.
That was after we dropped them off.
Yeah, they've already been dropped off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we drop off all the people in Coin, get back into space, and we hyper just ourselves in our ships to the space base.
Yes.
Gotcha. I didn't quite catch that. I thought everybody else was getting dropped off, and we were just told to hightail it as quick as we could out of the area.
So, so at that point, with everybody getting dropped off, is this it? Oh yeah, I guess that is it. Okay, cool. Found it. But yes, it is. It looks like it may at one point in time it may have been. I mean, it could have been a pirate hangout. For some base of operations, it could have been a mining facility, or whatever have you. But it's pretty well put together. It's fairly hidden from plain eyesight, and it would just look like a regular, just kind of big rock floating out there in space. The inside, however, there are 3 spots. You take up one of them. The other ship takes up another one. Got enough room for the landing for one more vessel if necessary. The inside is it's exceedingly clean at this point. More out of boredom. But there's a couple droids that roam around occasionally, but it's I don't remember the exact details, but I think it's got enough room for possibly up to 20 people or so. It was an office.
The hideout can staff up to 15 people, 1 bedroom each.
Thank you.
The office was repurposed for general comms and meetings.
So I found the book, but that's maybe it was in
I looked at my notes on the hideout, and I had some basic stuff and the stats for all the droids.
Yeah,
imagine that.
Right.
Imagine that.
But I'll let you guys take it from there, roleplay wise, to get everybody up to speed.
Doran just, once he got off, just looks at Droid. Wasn't jet troopers used during the Clone Wars?
Well, there's a lot of different gear used. Jetpacks, vehicles of all types, weapons of all types, explosives of all types. Why? Why do you ask?
Because the first 5 stormtroopers that came through those blast doors were jet troopers.
Okay.
That's kind of why I'm asking.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, it's great for vertical mobility if you need to get on top of a building or come down from a high rise or a cliff or something. It makes sense that they wouldn't have outfitted all their troopers. Sounds like just a few of them. Did you manage to take any
No.
of them down?
Me and the backwater dock workers took out like one, but they came down via the Landa shuttlecrafts.
Those aren't the those are the standard shuttlecrafts Empire uses for ferrying troops, isn't it? Especially for like ground assaults and whatnot.
Yeah, I was expecting just stormtroopers, maybe some scout troopers, or possibly an ATST.
Well, it tells me that
They were
they mean business.
Yeah, they were. That's what I was thinking too. They were expecting. They were very much thinking rebel activity was going on.
And they're willing to put that much towards something that they had a hunch on that they were apparently wrong about.
That
So,
they deployed jet
Exactly.
troopers.
How were they wrong about it?
according to information that at least was passed on to me, they believe that there was a significant rebel presence at that port. But all we just did was transport civilians. As far
There
as Lord
was.
Tarnar knows,
Except when they arrived there was 2 light transports, several troop transports, apparently several fighter craft, and a well-armed freighter. So we actually caused them to be right.
well,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was a significant rebel presence. It was us.
Yeah.
yeah.
But we also saved them from annihilation. The Empire would have killed them regardless.
No, we aren't talking. Yeah. We're not talking about. I wanted to say the Gorn. The Garn was it?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the locals. I'm talking about the Empire. The Empire were expecting a significant rebel presence, and they found one.
Us.
But
originally, they thought that that port already had a significant rebel population. But apparently, it was just a place where maybe some rebels laid low for a day or two. It wasn't of any strategic importance. So that means that
that's not what they're going to walk away with, having lost several infantry troopers and at least 6 TIE fighters.
that's
Well,
true.
that's okay.
That is a good point.
Actually, they really just lost like one guy. There wasn't really that many people I could work with. There was like 5 dock workers.
But we took out ships.
Yeah.
That's the most part is just those stupid TIE fighters.
We won. Like,
Yeah.
stop dumping on it. We won. We got
No,
the people out. We took out a bunch of TIE fighters on the way out. Like, we did good.
Take the win and celebrate. In fact, what do we have? What do we have here to
I'd
drink?
celebrate so much.
I'm not sure I'd celebrate either, because this would cause the Empire to crack down on these suspicions.
Well, they aren't there anymore.
But they could be going elsewhere.
This
It gives
would
them
cause
more of a reason to actually go to these places where they have even a suspicion, like what Dorn is saying.
Yeah, this whole incident would cause more of a witch hunt for them.
But we've shown that we can do it.
So
We can go there and accomplish it.
What's the alternative?
I mean, the way I look at it, it's all the more reason to keep taking them down. Eventually, they're going to get tired of losing.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This does mean that we need to make sure that we prepare, that we train our skill sets accordingly to overlap with each other in case we need to make changes or movements on the fly. What we did was actually fantastic. I'm proud of everybody. The coordination was stellar. Everyone did everything they needed to do. Our gunners, Ashi, Dorn, fantastic job.
Yeah, doesn't mean it's just the Force. It was with us.
It was. Ashi, did you feel that extra
Yeah, I felt something. That wasn't you.
No, I think that was. I'm pretty sure that was actually
I wonder if that
Hound
was
3. That was likely Akane piloting
really.
that ship.
Who?
Akane, the
What ship?
did you notice that ship that was being flanked by the Tri fighters? That sleek looking Naboo-ish vessel that was helping us out.
Yeah, I thought that looked familiar.
That's the ship that actually came here to
Right.
pick up the man that we actually had rescued.
Right.
That's Akane.
Oh,
Ship Tri-Fighters? I don't know what you're talking about.
you didn't see him? How could you miss it?
Who's a Connie? Did I,
I didn't notice the Tri-Fighters either. I was focused on my position.
Well, we had them with us. It looked like both of the Tri-Fighters. They're droid piloted fighters, but they were downed. But Akane in his ship, he managed to do what he could do best and helped us out. He's apparently a part of this resistance too. He's got a designation like we do. He's one
Yeah.
of the Void Hounds.
Huh.
Well, hopefully we can meet up with him again.
So there are droid ships available, and Montan, you don't have any of these?
look,
Yet.
I'm guessing Clone Wars tech.
yet.
We're missing a droid. What happened to?
To what?
Did we lose a droid?
No.
Which droid? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
There's
How many
literally
droids
four.
do you have?
What?
How many droids do we actually have?
Well, we travel with 4.
Okay.
We have T4, the astromech. We have the
chimes.
medical droid we bought. We have the cargo lifter droid who stays in the cargo bay.
Okay.
And we
It just
have the
gives off
protocol
some
droid.
binary grunt like "Meh."
Okay.
And we have the
I was-
protocol droid that we got for Nestos, who Nestos doesn't need him anymore, so we have him back.
I was thinking there was another one.
There's 3 more droids in this hideout, but
We need a chef.
we have a chef.
We have a chef here at the
It's
hideout.
literally one of the droids in the hideout.
No, we need a chef on the ship.
Oh, well, I can do a little, but listen, I had to learn to
You
cook.
don't have hair nets big enough for you.
Well,
She
then
has a
fine,
point.
but listen, somebody had to learn to cook in the woods on a pretty cold planet for a while.
And he's got a counterpoint. That's
That's
what?
true.
Good debate.
No.
Good
That's
debate.
true.
I can
That's true.
cook.
Yep. So a guy comes walking out from the back and he's like, "Oh, hey guys, glad you could use the facility again. Welcome back."
Cade, good to see you. Good to see
to
you.
see you.
Sorry we haven't been back in a while. Very busy, as you might expect.
I completely get it. Hey, listen, don't mind me. I got the total package for communications, so I'm pretty entertained. Got all the available channels, and the HoloNet, specialties, streaming. It's all good.
Excellent. Hey, while you're here, Cade, meet our newest recruit, Jarrus. Jarrus, this is Cade. He's the steward of our hideout.
And I need a very hot bath to soak in.
So, plenty of places to go do that at. Hi, Jarrus. How you doing? Cade Jurgen. So,
And so this is officially a hideout.
This
It's
is
our
ours.
hideout.
yes.
It's a
I
layer.
mean, he kind of looks around. I mean, we're not exactly like hiding in front of you, but yes, this is the designated hideout. I don't think anybody's given it a name yet, though.
No.
So, what do we have to drink?
I am going to get our law enforcement droid. I need to give these guys real names and get Jareth recognized as part of the group.
Okay.
There you go.
So you go off to go do that, and so Cade says, boss, just came across the hollow, or secure hollow. You might want to take a look at it.
Right. Let's take a look. So he heads over to see.
My
Okay.
Bicom droid.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Colin?
I said my Bicom droid.
Come along with.
Sure. Okay. So, it's it's a report that is being distributed through Imperial channels. Now, not like high-end Imperial channels. Basically, it's like an internal memo to send to the Army, Navy, and all that whatnot. And it's in addition to the their wanted ads, or I'd say wanted posters. And it is, although it's not being distributed through commercial channels, like it's not being posted or whatnot. This is, for the Empire specifically.
Okay.
But it has a picture of Owen Winters, shown obviously in his Imperial uniform, and also backed up by kind of what he looks like right now, respectively, like kind of with the cloaks and how he normally dresses.
Right.
He's currently wanted for acts against the Empire and sedition, as well as leading strikes leading strikes against the Empire, saboteur, and he's wanted for 100,000 credits.
Make fun of my droids again. No, I'm just kidding.
Dorn just pipes up. They are tacking on charges. This is about to be distributed into the commercial channels. This is going to catch the eye of many bounty hunters.
Right. So,
because they know what I look like now.
Well, the
And
way
they-
it reads, he's the mastermind behind all the stuff you guys been doing.
yeah.
Because of the ISB
Mm-hmm.
stunts.
Yeah.
You've used the ISB thing twice.
Yeah.
And
So
it
clearly
worked
he's the
twice.
head honcho. Okay.
And he just says they think I'm behind this. Yeah, there's going to be so many bounty hunters, and given what I look like now, they put two and two together.
It's almost like we went to all that trouble to give you a new identity because of this.
So,
You think
If they
you're the one
distribute-
with a wanted poster?
if they distribute this, then we've got to make sure, even if they don't, whenever we're going on a mission and you're going out in public, you got to have some sort of face covering, my man.
I'm well aware I'm going to have to change up my look again.
Okay.
Because, hell, that's even why I invested in the hunt suit.
Welcome to the club.
100,000 though. That's, maybe we can bump that up a little bit. What do you
Let's
think,
do it.
Dorn?
Yeah.
He just sides-eyes straight. Do I really look like I want to drag the ire of the more higher-end bounty hunters?
So
You are a rebel. This is
I
a war.
would look at this as a gold medal.
I'd be mad. Only 100,000.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
have to say,
No,
since I've
it's
started
'cause you know-
associating with you. Yes, you've been very combative in wanting to shoot everything we see.
Yeah, he has a problem with his stun on his gun. It doesn't work. And I'm going to go get me a tall drink, and I'm going to go soak in the tub. So you boys have fun.
Right. Have fun with that.
Hmm.
All right, Dorn. Well, excellent. But that also means that if we need to do any more clandestine operations, we can't really use the ISB gambit anymore.
Oh yeah, that's why they think I'm masterminding this. It's because we used the ISB stunt twice.
Right.
Because you
It's
got
because
away
every
with
time
it twice.
we've gone into one of these situations, we have followed you. You've been the lead person.
It's because of my knowledge of the Empire.
Right.
And if
So
I
he-
recall, not to interrupt in character, if I recall, you guys have got a medical droid here, correct?
Yes.
We do.
On the ship. But yeah.
I swore we changed his.
So you might want to change his face.
I never
That's
liked
what,
the
that's
face
what,
anyway.
that's what Colin was saying.
Well, surgery's an option.
We're going to be here for a few days.
Yeah.
So unless you want to cover your face with a mask, a helmet, or a scarf all the time, just bite down and deal with
Maybe he should do that anyways, so he doesn't have to keep changing his face after every mission.
Go enjoy your pina colada. I was planning on getting the surgery anyways.
it. All right. Well, now we know the sooner the better. If you can have that done while we're waiting, we're going to be here probably a few days worth. All the better. But while we're here, we should rest. We earned it. The Force was with us, and everyone did a fantastic job. Well done. Let's take a break.
Let's get a
He's
good
going to get a
meal.
pina colada.
We can get a good meal.
Yeah.
again.
Are you going to get a bath
Yep.
too?
Probably, yeah. With
Yeah,
bubbles,
hot
of
bath.
because you guys have got
Big bubble
that,
bath?
that chef droid here. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's got like a 10D in cooking or something. Hold on, no, not that high, but culinary arts 6D plus 2, galactic cuisines 5D, food preparation 5D. So better than us.
Way better. So that is where we're going to go ahead and stop for the evening. Now that you guys are winding down and laying low till the heat comes off. Well,
Yep.
Respectively, anyways. So to start, we're going to do RP votes for the night. So we're going to kick off with Dale. Where's your RP vote go?
That is, it's going to go to Dorn for choosing the light side and fighting against his dark side impulses.
Oh, that's cheap.
Okay. Shelly.
I'm actually going to go with Dale because we didn't die.
Okay. Mike.
Well, I mean, we hyperspaced out into an asteroid field and we didn't die. So,
That's true.
I mean, she did leave some part of her up there in that. Yeah, clean up in aisle 5.
Yeah, you're responsible for your own mess, by the way. That's not fair. Somebody else cleaned that up.
So, Mike.
I want to give an honorable mention to Colin for not falling to the dark side. He would have lost his character in the process, but still.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Dale for quarterbacking the whole mission.
Okay. Matt.
Yeah, I also go with Dale. He had the majority of the role play aspect. We had a lot of action, but he had the role play to move the story along.
Okay. And Colin.
I'm going to go with Shelly because of the hairnet.
I love you too, kiddo.
Okay. So then that means Dale wins it. Dale, you've got 2 CP to add to your character.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
For the RP vote. Please make sure that gets down the notes, just in case.
Got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dale, we need to fix my sheet too.
So, next game is Friday night. Some Mythic Savannah. Tune in for that. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then this Saturday, we don't have a game. I am occupied with real life stuff. So then we will be having Cyberpunk again week after that, which Cyberpunk is on March the 5th.
Yeah, it seems like Cassandra's pulling bloat flies out of her skin.
Yes,
No.
for pimple popping.
Gross.
I can get graphic with those bloat flies.
Oh yeah, that's why I did it. So you just grossed everybody out equally.
Feel his pain.
So so thank you guys all for hanging out with us and watching, and of course checking out the replay when it gets uploaded, obviously to YouTube. And you guys all have a good night. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Alex, go to bed.